Get your seat. What is it that I don't like that? Why you didn't bring your tablet? Well, never mind, because that thing loud. Huh? Okay. So first, let me say good evening to everybody who may come across this live video.
Mommy!
What, baby? At whatever. Okay, mommy. Here. You're welcome. All right. So, what did I start off saying to y'all? I was saying good evening first and foremost to all who may come across this live video. I'm trying to wait to see what Daria gonna do because every time I talk, she likes to try to talk over mommy. Oh, be careful, mommy. All right, so what this conversation will be. I'm just gonna apologize in advance. My Pookie Wookie is going to do that because in her mind she got something to say. So what I want to come and talk about tonight are some of the posts that I made recently in regards to my understanding of conditional love and unconditional love, and kind of why I was. Y'all hold on, this thing gonna get on my nerves. Ooh, that's so much better. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is this concept of conditional and unconditional love. So it is my understanding that when I'm talking about conditions, and I made it a point originally to go ahead and put definitions out of condition and conditions so that hopefully people could have an understanding of that. I don't have my phone right here by me. I do have my computer. I'm not sure how define conditions. Really, I don't want to do that. I already did it in the other post that I made. So I will have you guys look up conditions and see what it's talking about. But with my understanding of conditions, I would have to say that love, it's both conditional and maybe it is unconditional to an extent. Someone asked me on one of the posts, they said, why do you feel that unconditional love is toxic? So I want to be clear and say that I don't think that all unconditional love is toxic. However, I do think, and maybe that may be weird, but let me try to make it clear. I believe that when people are talking about unconditional love, they may be meaning to still care for someone and still love a person, even if they're not, and want the best for someone, even if they choose not to meet certain conditions. I think that they mean having goodwill towards people. And if that's what people are meaning, then I agree that there is a such thing as unconditional love, because I'm not going to hate someone if they choose not to meet the conditions that I have for myself, or, I'm not going to hate them. But at the same time, our connection is going to be limited, or it may become non-existent altogether. It just depends. But here's my take on conditions. This whole world was founded on conditions. Let me explain what I mean. Nature has a law or conditions. There are things that have been put in place by the creator, by source, when it comes to nature, when it comes to us as human beings, when it comes to animals, animal life, plant life, right? The heavens, stars, all of that, there are conditions attached to the way that and it makes it work the way that it works. And those conditions affect and influence everything. If ever those conditions stop being met, then there are certain changes in the atmosphere that will take place that may no longer be conducive for the other beings here on this planet that count on all the other elements working in harmony and working in tandem. So when I'm talking about conditions, I am simply stating that there are rules. Yeah, there are rules that make this world go round. And when those rules are broken, there are usually consequences. There are consequences and repercussions. When those rules are kept or honored, are respected, there are rewards. Like, for example, there are conditions when it comes to gardening, right? When you plant a seed, I don't know what, it doesn't matter what tree or what plant, just keep this in mind. When you plant a specific seed, right, you have to make sure that the conditions surrounding this seed will help you yield the type of produce that you're looking for. That's conditions, right? You can take that same application and you can apply it to the dynamics of the relationships between men, women, boys, girls, mothers, and fathers. So the idea of there being no rules, no conditions, you can do whatever you want to, and I'm still going to love you, and I'm still going to be here for you. That's like, for me, that's kind of like BS. Because even there were people who were suggesting that, oh no, unconditional love is the reason why a lot of us tend to continue to incarnate here. And I am convinced that it's not necessarily unconditional love that causes us to continue to incarnate here. No, it's not. It is a condition. There are conditions. Most people who have any type of love, any type of spirit in their heart, they desire a world where there is love and respect for each other, where there is peace, where there is life. It says one of my streams is having connection issues. I know that my internet better stop playing with me because the bill been paid. But let me take a sip of my tea as that goes on. So I don't believe that there's a such thing as unconditional, and I do think that it can be toxic because it causes people to think that they can do whatever they want and still receive certain things from both the universe as well as from other people. Let's be clear. Those who are going to come across this video, you have conditions about your friendship. You've got conditions when it comes to family. And let me tell you what I mean. I know for a fact that some of y'all have been hurt by family members. You've had disagreements with family members, and you wonder how come they couldn't treat you the way that you possibly treated them. And don't get me wrong, yeah, you may have had to learn to allow people to be who they are, but nevertheless, you do have conditions. You yourself come with conditions. And when those conditions aren't met, there's something that happens to you. Either you feel the need to protect yourself, or you have to undergo a change in the way that you think and in the way that you view other people in regards to yourself, because somebody else. Really, mommy? What you say, baby? What you say? You not talking no more? Well, she didn't got into her show now. But yeah, I don't even think parents have unconditional love for their children. And if they do, that has to be something that is learned. That's just really not. I don't want to say this for all people, and I do not presume to speak for everyone. Let me also go on record saying that I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm talking about the things that I have observed. Like the creator of this world has conditions set forth. The reason why we experience a lot of pain and resistance, both in nature, like certain things that happen naturally. Okay. Oh, say excuse me. You talking on the phone, Mama? You was on the phone. Okay. I'm just trying to explain. Okay. You have something else that you want to say, Mommy? Okay. As I was beginning to say, the creator has conditions for, if you ask me, really all living things. Mommy. Yes. Just as the creator has conditions, so do we. As we also have conditions for our children. Okay, you put rules and things in place that are meant to help your children, that are meant to protect them, that are meant to also teach them certain things so that they can be viable citizens to the best of, your ability in this world. When they do not, I guess, do what is needed to meet those conditions, you tend to show them the effects of that. Whether that is some form of disciplinary action, and when they do meet those conditions, you show them by maybe rewarding their efforts. And maybe it's not even something that you do. Like I gave the example, be careful, Mommy, with that. Like I gave the example of gardening, you guys. If you teach your children how to garden and they actually grow something, that in and of itself is a reward. So I hope that something that's already being said is making some sense. I believe that it's toxic to think that people can do whatever the hell they want and people will still deal with them. No, you can't. You cannot hurt me or hurt someone that I care about, that I love. It's coming on, Mommy. You can't hurt me and hurt somebody that I love and think that nothing is going to happen to you. Bare minimum, I might tell you something about yourself, or if not me, even if I never uttered a word to you, karma and the law of, I guess, reciprocity, give and take, the law of reaping and sowing, that's already set. And whatever you do is going to come back to you or to your seed. Those are conditions. Those are conditions. So I don't understand where unconditional love comes from. I want to understand, because I don't believe it comes from the concept of the universe, even of God, because God had conditions. Not had, God still has conditions. Those things have not changed. People may have changed, and people may have tried to alter the things that God has put in place, but nothing has changed. The conditions remain the same. Where does unconditional love come from? What is unconditional love to some of you guys? If there's anybody out there watching right now, what is it? What really is it? What are you saying that it is? Because you cannot treat me any kind of way and think that I'm supposed to continue to deal with you and tie that into the concept of unconditional love. And that to me is what I'm calling the toxic concept of unconditional love. Because I do believe that unconditional love exists, as in, like I mentioned, when we have children who they have limited understandings because of the condition or the instruction or the phase of life that they are in, it makes sense to be patient with them. It makes sense to that I have to teach them certain things. That makes sense. And if a child, maybe this is just not the time to do this, because the conditions aren't conducive right now to it. So I'm going to chill and I'll be back when the internet is acting properly. I don't know what's going on. Mommy. Say bye. Bye. Press right there. You want to press that button? Yeah, press that button for mommy. Right here, right here. Look right here, mommy. No, not that. Right here. That. Okay, well, press that. That's how you end it. You see this? Right there. Oh, not that, mommy. This. Good job. And now press this right there.